Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also please click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you've seen and if you want to see more. Coming up, the draw for the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup pools was completed. The Rugby League World Cup ball gets its tribute name. We go into Women's Super League as York City Knights coach goes back to her own club for 2 signings. And Warrington cross sports for their new forward signing. So those of you who have historically watched my videos before have seen my Sunday videos or reaction to Sunday videos have been mostly because of the women's game being played on said day. And we continue in that vein with first going through the signings that the York City Knights women's teams have put together, as they have announced 2 significant signings. First of all, York City Knights are delighted to announce that Tara Stanley, the England international fullback, has joined them for the 2022 campaign after signing a contract leaving her own old club, Castleford Tigers. Witness-born Stanley initially played football for Everton as a youngster, before beginning her rugby league journey with Moorfield Angels. Then went on to representing Thatto Heath Crusaders in 2016 and 2017. Following that spell, Stanley moved to Yorkshire and from the 2018 season represented Castleford in the Betfred Women's Super League. Involved in the England setup from a young age, Stanley became second choice fullback to now York City Knights Director of Rugby Lindsay Arnfield at the 2013 Rugby League World Cup. Now a first choice for a country and regarded one of the best fullbacks in the world, Stanley has 13 England appearances to her name, including the October test against France in Perpignan, where she lined up along her new Knights teammates Savannah Andrade and Grace Fields, a player who she's known well from her time at Castleford Tigers. Stanley is renowned for her agility, footwork, ball handling and also goal kicking, and she was a 2018 Woman of Steel nominee. And she will add further quality to an already impressive Knights squad, something Director of Rugby Arnfield is delighted about. I have known Tara for over 10 years and we've got a great working relationship. I've both played with her and coached her, so I was delighted that when she decided to make the move to York. We don't have an established fullback at the moment, so she will be a fantastic asset at the back. To add confidence, and that experience of bossing the defensive line is going to be huge for us. Hopefully Tara will add to our ability to compete with the best teams in the league next season. As a player, Tara is safe as a fullback as you can get. She's great technically, defensively really strong, and is really knowledgeable in that position at the back. She's a brilliant team player, socially gets on with everybody, so I have no doubts that she will fit in extremely well into the squad we are building at York. So one of the draws for the Castleford players to move up to York has been as part of the new era for the York City Knights ladies. Each player will receive unprecedented medical cover, something Stanley has pointed to as a key reason to joining the club, as they are going as very professional as they can for what finances the club will get. Stanley said in the statement, "For me, I came back from quite a significant back injury last year, so medical support that I have received, the physio access and all the rehabilitation work I can do has and will help me massively so I can be a big part in my move here." She is so very, very happy about the move to York, as she said, "I'm really enjoying myself at York. I've been here a couple of weeks and I've settled in really nicely. Obviously I know a few of the girls, so that has helped me, but even the new girls, everybody has been really welcoming and I'm having a great time." On rejoining up with the director of Rugby Anfield, she said, "When I came in, Lindsay was #1 fullback and we were competing for the shirt. We trained a lot together. Since then, she's obviously coached me and has always supported me in wanting to be the best fullback in the game. Hopefully now, being back coached by Lindsay and Callum Windley, I'll be able to kick on." Also moving up the A1M is powerful forward Jasmine Bell, who joins the Knights as well from the Castleford Tigers. The 22-year-old Bell joins the club from the Castleford Tigers, with whom she won 3 end-of-seasons awards at the end of the 2021 season, including Players of the Year, and will further strengthen the competition to an already imposing pack of forwards at the Knights. A loose forward or prop, Bell initially played rugby league at school with the Castleford Academy before joining Featherstone Rovers in the Women's Super League prior to making the short switch to Castleford. Highly skilled, Bell will bring further ball playing ability to the Knights as Lindsay Armfield and her squad look to improve on a strong 2021 season where the Knights reached their first Challenge Cup final before falling agonisingly short in the Women's Super League playoff semi-finals against Leeds Rhinos. Both matches were shown live on BBC Two and Sky Sports respectively. Experienced on both codes, Bell has now opted to focus solely on the 13-a-side game, and ladies assistant coach Callum Windley admitted he was delighted to bring Bell to the club. First of all, she's going to be a brilliant addition to the squad. We soon realised that, having reviewed last year, and that we were definitely scraping the barrel with quite a few players getting injured in the front row. Jazz can play in the front row as well as loose forward, and she offers us a different opportunity to play with her fantastic hands for a forward. We're looking forward to using those skills in the season ahead, and we've had to fight off some competition to sign her, as well as she is highly sought after by a few clubs. She was blown away by the facilities, and she couldn't wait to join the club. We're looking forward to her joining the squad, and I'm sure she'll fit in brilliantly. After signing for the club, Bell pointed to the quality of the coaching to the Knights ladies as a motivating factor for her joining the club, ahead of what will be a big 2022. It's amazing. I'm looking forward to the opportunity of being at the new club with the new experiences. I want to challenge and change a change of scenery. I have obviously worked with Lindsay before, and I wanted to be coached by her again. The stuff that she did for me off the field as well as on the field, in her own time, like taking me running, was great. To engross her to herself, to her new fans and fan base that will be looking to see what she brings to the team, she was asked what they can expect from their new forward, and Bell unequivocally said in her response, "Big contact." So not to be outdone in signings for the women's game, it was announced across sports, Commonwealth Games athlete has joined the Warrington Wolves women's team, and that is Welsh netballer Fern Davies, who joins the Warrington Wolves ahead of the 2022 Betfred Women's Super League season. Will be a completely new venture for Davies, who previously represented Wales in netball at international level, including the 2018 Commonwealth Games, as well performing in the Vitality Netball Super League. Fern now joins the club, having successfully identified as part of the Talent ID programme at Warrington Wolves, which focuses on recruiting athletes from other sports. The 25-year-old is ex-Army also, and will now cross sports to rugby league with the wire in 2022, bolstering the forward pack options as they aim for promotion to the top tier of Women's Super League North. Speaking on the move, Davis said, "It's a new challenge and one I'm really up for. Rugby league is an exciting game and has many similarities to netball. There is plenty of skill that transfers over. The speed and the flair is quite similar. You've got that freedom to get the ball and go, whereas netball is give and go. It's just the tackling I need to get used to, but I do think netball has a lot more contact than people would think. It's true, I've seen it. There's a lot of contact. I've got a big rugby league supporting family too, so it was a no-brainer really. My dad and brothers are big fans and pushed me towards the sport. After a discussion with Lee Westwood, the head coach at the Warrington Wolves women's team, we are seeing my game as a prop or a loose forward, and I'm working hard in the pre-season to make sure I'm ready to hit the ground running in my first season. Everyone has been really welcoming so far. It's a really exciting setup here, and I'm glad to be a part of it. We're pushing for promotion to that top tier, and I'm really excited to be a part of the season ahead." Davis is from North Wales, Holywell to be exact, and as I said, 25 years old. And netball has been a primary focus, where she has played in the Vitality Netball Super League with teams like the Celtic Dragons. Now she crosses over to the hard-hitting Rugby League and is looking forward to the challenge ahead, which is all good. Rugby League does need to have that cross athlete identification, as there are options for players who don't quite make the grade but have the fitness and the willing to play the sport. It's more and more ways forward to look into other sports to say, when you come play rugby league, you may enjoy it more than you like. More than you like is a good expression. So we're going to have a look at what happened this week with the Betfred Challenge Cup, as the women's draw was taken place at Ellen Road. And the draw came out, and the first one that shocked us was the Army will face the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup holders and Super League holders, St Helens, in a format in the new format of the 2022 competition. What's happened is 4 groups of 4 teams were going to be drawn, and they will compete in the first round in March and April. And it was made at Ellen Road, which recently was confirmed as the venue for the 2022 finals, with former Leeds United players Gemma Bonner and Jermaine Betford pulling out the teams and during live coverage on the Our League app. Jermaine Betford played for Leeds United and scored a memorable winner against Manchester United at Old Trafford, while Gemma Bonner played most of her career in American soccer. They were there to draw up some cross-sport interest as 2 former Leeds players at Ellen Road, as it's a soccer stadium and they're Leeds soccer players. The 2021 Betfred Women's Challenge Cup winners St Helens were one of the top 4 seeds, and the Army were one of the 4 teams outside the Betfred Super League in the draw, as a reward for their success in reaching the grand final in their inaugural Women's Super League South competition in 2021, which had already earned them further recognition of Team of the Year in the Army Sports Awards. They'll be joined in Group A by Warrington and Barrow Raiders, one of the other new teams in the Betfred Women's Super League for 2022, who recently appointed Amanda Wilkinson, a former Super League winner with Wigan, Warriors as their head coach. Lee Miners Rangers, the other Betfred Women's Super League newcomers for 2022, have been drawn in the Group B against the 2021 runners-up Leeds Rhinos, the Betfred Women's Super League winners, Shield winners, should I say, Huddersfield Giants, and Hull FC from the Women's Championship. York City Knights, who we've mentioned in this video, have continued to strengthen since reaching their first Women's Challenge Cup against St Helens in 2021, have been drawn against Wigan, Bradford Bulls from the Betfred Women's Super League, and the Widnes Vikings from the Championship in Group C. Group D will feature 6 local derbies as Castleford Tigers, Featherstone Rovers, and Wakefield Trinity from the Betfred Women's Super League have been joined by Oldham Raiders from the Championship. The competition will kick off for the 2022 Women's Rugby League season on the weekend of the March 12 and 13, with further rounds of the matches on the 26th of March and 27th of March, April the 2nd and 3rd, with the fixtures to be published in the coming days. The top 2 teams from each group will then qualify for the quarter-finals on the weekend of April the 9th and 10th, and there will be a draw for the semi-finals on the weekend of April the 23rd and 4th, leaving 2 weeks to prepare for the Betfred Women's Challenge Cup final at Ellen Road on Saturday, May the 7th. There's that draw again. In round 1, they have Group A consisting of St Helens, Warrington Wolves, Barrow Raiders and the Army. Group B, Leeds Rhinos, Huddersfield Giants, Lee Miners Rangers and Hull FC. Group C, York City Knights, Wigan Warriors, Bradford Bulls and Widnes Vikings. And finally Group D, the all Yorkshire affair I'd say, mostly. Castleford Tigers, Featherstone Rovers, Wakefield Trinity and Oldham Raiders. And finally, a little bit of information from the Rugby League World Cup. As one of the most important parts of the game, the ball has been given a tribute, which is fitting of the man who they've tributed it to. The official match ball at next year's Rugby League World Cup will be named in honour of Clive Sullivan, MBE, which is a fantastic idea. The tournament will be held 50 years on from the World Cup of 1972, when Sullivan captained Great Britain to their most recent triumph. Sullivan was the first black sportsman to captain a British national team and scored a famous try in the final against Australia. Today, the Sully Ball, as it's been dubbed, named in his honour, was unveiled at the MKM Stadium, home of the Hull FC, where Sullivan remains the all-time leading try scorer. The ball, supplied by Steeden and designed in collaboration with the Sullivan family, will be used in all 61 matches at next autumn's World Cup across the men's, women's and wheelchair tournaments. Clive Sullivan is a true British sporting icon, said John Dutton, the Rugby League World Cup 2021 Chief Executive. A pioneer in our sport and a captain of the last British Rugby League World Cup winning team. It is important to celebrate the rich and vibrant heritage of the sport that the sport has, and this is a wonderful opportunity to bring to life key moments from the past history. What Clive achieved in rugby league is phenomenal, and the wider impact he had in sport and society will always be remembered. Clive's son Anthony, a former Wales and Great Britain international in his own right, said, "My father would be honoured and humbled to see his achievements recognised in this manner. He would, I'm sure, take this opportunity to pay tribute to his teammates and staff involved in that inspirational World Cup victory. For all of the family, it will be very special to see him appreciated in this way, and for his name to be positively impact future generations within the sport." Sometimes you can be a little bit sentimental in the sport, but I don't mind this. Just to give the name of the ball a name. Soccer used to do it quite a lot. But this is to give someone from these shores the true name recognition that he deserves during this age. Adopted by Hull when he played for them. He was one of the people that didn't intentionally start a change in how people of ethnic minorities were treated. He was just good at rugby league and everyone respected him. That everyone's handshake, his toothless smile came out. This is all information that you can see off reports of other people. It was a bit before my time, I'm afraid, but great man. There's a fascinating documentary that the BBC put out against the treatment of players in rugby union of minority ethnic origins. Get my words out eventually. Maybe I should lose a few teeth. Maybe I'll speak proper. But yeah, his try is readily available on YouTube for that one against Australia. It's a wonderful piece of skill, and how he outstrips the entire Australian team. And that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to press that like button, subscribe, and also the notification bell for any updates that may be coming your way when it comes to videos. Also, please tell me in the comments what your thoughts are of today's video. Yes, it was all about the ladies most of this episode, but it's news of rugby league. They're getting ready for their season, and there's a lot of people interested in the game, growing in many different aspects. The women's game could help lead that. Across sport, signing for Warrington Wolves. What do you make of that? Is it a good idea to go cross sports? Also York, going back to Castleford and plundering them. Is that going to affect Castleford too much now that 6 since mid-season have gone out the door? Or do you think it will just make the competition more even? And then Clive Sullivan, the Sully Ball. It's a great idea. I fully back it. Nostalgia, yes. Sentiment, yes. But deservedly so. A fitting tribute. A small tribute to the guy, the man himself. It's a good way to remember our rugby league man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share these videos worldwide and tag all your mates into it. But in the meantime, please stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.